Hey, welcome back, Veteran Nation fans. This is a video that I've been working on. I've been working on and researching for a while. And once I get into it, you'll understand. And I've had to re-record this thing because the person involved who started this story uh started messaging me again when I started publicly talking that I was going to do this story. And so in the interest of transparency, I'm going to show everything. And this story, it's going to get bigger and bigger. Um, so, you know, for this individual, I mean, it, it is what it is. Uh, that's one thing I'll say. Um, this is the story of John Jerman. Now, he reached out to me because he is an Air Force veteran. And I'll listen to any veteran, but he then went into a story which he has done on Milltown's Best. And actually, I will link to that story, to that video in the description so you can all watch it for yourself. I have the transcript, which I will be going through, but he's been very public with his accusations against Jeremy Hales. And I'm just going to go right through and show you the type of things that he has been uh, discussing and talking about. So here we go. So this is where he had reached out to me. He had publicly stated that, hey, I'm a Air Force veteran. Jeremy Hales ripped me off, and I was like, okay, I will look at what you have. And so he was asking me, am I familiar with storage auctions? Now this has been going around. Pretty much, he is stating that these two units right here. Now he's posted this. Other people have posted this. So this is nothing new. But all the new stuff that you're going to see are pretty much going to be his private messages with me, and then Jeremy has given me permission to show his video. But he's saying that these two storage auctions are the same, and uh, yeah, like you'll see. To me, they don't appear to be. I'm trying to see if there's some way I can do this. I don't want to show everybody's stuff. Some people message me. Um, I don't want to take away uh, their right to anonymously message me. Um, Three types of auctions are lien, private seller, and manager special. We only buy lien units. Uh, and then he goes into they bought the storage unit for 12K. And he actually has given me proof of this. Um, Here, I'm going to pull it up over here on this screen. Sorry, I'm doing this. The reason why I'm not doing this live is because I know my attention span, and I don't want to, screw something up. So there you go. This is his receipt. Uh, $9,000 was due at the facility. They had to put a little bit over 2,000 down. So yeah, it came in at a little bit under $12,000. But I mean, that's a fair estimate. So I'm okay with that. The only thing I'm not an expert on storage units, but I don't think I would ever pay $12,000 for a storage unit. Like that to me, that's a very high, and I do business separately. That's a very high investment for the chances of, not the world's greatest reward. Um, And you know what? I am going to download this now. I'm going to save image as no. So here, let me do this. I'll put there we go. So we'll do that. And I'm going to download this. Because I didn't have that one saved in my thing. But so sorry. I know this is a video. Just bear with me. The good thing is you guys can fast forward. Okay. So right here we have this, and yeah, he spent 12,000 on it, and yeah, these. Oh, I did have it. Okay, I'm screwing up today. So okay, he paid 12,000 for this, and Jeremy bid on this. Okay, and this is part of his story. He says that Jeremy was running up the bid on this unit, and he publicly states that on Milltown's Best. I don't believe he told me that, but he did tell that to Milltown's Best. And here's why this is why Jeremy right here was bidding on it, is because of this machine here. This is one of those big, like, I don't know if it just sweeps the floor and is like a sweeper slash vacuum, but it's big, it's industrial. I don't know if it's if it like waxes the floor either. But this is why these things can go for like $10,000. That's why both of them wanted this. They can go for $10,000. Now, will it sell for $10,000 used? I don't know. But Jeremy was looking at this for use in the schoolhouse. And that's what he's got a members only live where he discusses this. I'm not a member of Jeremy's channel, so I don't have access to that. I do know people who have watched it and have showed it to me, so I can verify that. But this is why Jeremy, and he says that these two are the same. Now, people have done, they have done where they have looked at both of these and said, yeah, there's no way these are the same based upon that. But I do want to show you this here. He says, I bought the items for $12K. Okay, I knew it was a scam, but I had no evidence at the time and we let it go. Okay, this was my first red flag in my dealings with him. If you knew something was a scam, why do you not go to the cops? Like, that I don't know. Okay, and then I'm going to get into, he called Storage Treasures again to let them know this was a scam. And pretty much he was getting the runaround. I do know that, that's what he has been, talking about. Now, I do want to get into the transcript, because I do have that here. And I want to read you what he's told Milltown's Best, because there's he said, so the same unit and everything does go up for auction later after he buys his and there's not really anything in it of value. And he says, another unit that looked like mine, I'm thinking somebody else is about to get scammed. You want to stop it. So I went to maybe try to stop it ahead of time, but that didn't happen. So instead, I watched the auction end. I decided to drive down to the facility and find out who purchased the unit and see if maybe I could find an ally, someone else that had the same thing. Same thing happened to them. We're angry at this point. You were full of anger. Finally, a truck shows up with a large trailer, and this is I'm about to leave to a black truck Black truck shows up. I don't make the connection. It's a very different viewpoint. So he's kind of talking about two different things. When he got the unit, he does claim that there's a black truck that is there at the unit. Let me see if I can. Yeah, he was about to leave. As he was doing it, there was this black truck that he states on Milltowns that was sitting off to the side, kind of watching him finish up going through his thing. Well, then when the second auction goes, so this one right here, when that goes, that black truck, he's saying it's the same black truck, is there with a trailer, introduces himself as Jeremy Hales. And I thought it was strange because they were without eyesight of me for a good 45 minutes or so. And it wasn't such a strange thing that I called my wife and made a comment. Well, later, when he's leaving the auction, the unit the second time, when he didn't buy it, he's on the phone with his wife, and his wife says that was the guy. And that's where they get their connection to Jeremy Hales. One thing I'll say, other than that in Jeremy's videos, they have no proof. No proof at all. Like, there's no proof that Jeremy was in the black truck watching him the first time. That this is all that he has in connection with Jeremy. He says that he paid an employee when he got there. He paid an employee in cash, $9.5K. I'll just tell you, folks, don't ever walk around with that amount of money. If you get pulled over, the cops can actually confiscate that amount of money. Civil forfeiture. It's completely legal. And as a business, you should always deal in things with receipts. He claims that both of the auctions were deleted within 12 hours of him reporting them as a scam. And he called VP Gerald Valve the storage facility Smart Stop self-storage and explained that those auctions didn't take place because he knows the owner of Storage Treasures, Robert Cheedy, and that they have an understanding that Smart Stop is under contract with selfstorageauction.com, not Storage Treasures. Okay. Now, excuse me a little bit because he's kind of all over the place. The employee that he gave money to was Darnell, and Darnell ended up passing away. And it sucks for him that Darnell passed away because really it looks to me like this is the guy who really ripped him off. Looks like Darnell put a storage auction up on Storage Treasures that was not allowed by the storage facility. Of Storage Facility Smart Stop. So it doesn't look like there's any type of contractual relationship between the two. Darnell put this thing, did it all in cash. So, there's not a lot of paper trail here. He's not showed me any type of receipts from Darnell. Just this, where's it at here? Just this receipt, which I already showed you guys, but I'll put it back up for you. So then you guys can see it all for yourself. So that's his only receipt right there. Here's everything. And the unit and everything does match up to that first auction that he showed. The one with the the one with the heavy duty thing. But that's about it. That's the only thing I've seen. Now, here's his next round of proof. He's got these boxes right here. That's him. These boxes. There's also these guns, which will be a little bit important later. These guns are kind of an interesting thing about this because you'll see when Jeremy actually wins the second unit, the guns kind of come into play. But he talks about these, and the reason being is because of right here. So this block lettering that he has. So, and if any of you guys want these, this I actually took from uh, Stupid Dave's video. I just did a screenshot. Uh, but yeah, this is only for proof and everything. But yeah, he's saying that this block lettering right there is why he's saying it matches up to this, which I believe this comes from Jeremy's video. So this is his second form of proof. Um, Look, I'm not a handwriting expert, and block lettering is the hardest type to compare. There are things that we can compare though, like there's the A, there's the O's. Um, so here's coin collection. The C's are done in a very specific way. The R. So you can compare these. Um, the R seems to be the closest thing, but this person, like, they drag their R out. Uh, there's no C, so there's not a lot to compare here. There's no G's because there's a very distinctive G on this one. Um, so yeah, like, but the closest is the R. This one that kind of has a drug out R. Uh, Coin collection. Um, is there any E's? I don't see. Yeah, no E's here. The C, it's hard to tell. It looks a little bit different, but I mean, it could be. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying this is not the world's strongest evidence. So that was what he went through um uh with what's it that he went through with Stupid Dave. Now he does get in contact with um he says, "Oh yeah, here, not realizing he was a scammer. Well, that's why you don't deal in cash." Um, I ask him here, "Do you have an active court case?" Um, he says he doesn't. Um, he's saying that, yeah, there's one side manipulate. We go back to this. You see this with the anti-Hales ecosystem. Uh, Everything is one-sided. It's manipulation of the truth. Okay, fine, whatever, got it. Um, he, yeah. I told him, I said, look, I would sue, and I would only stick to speaking publicly with your attorney. That's why she's in trouble. You know, and I said, it was talking about all these people. Guapo, he did the same thing. We talk a little bit. Uh, he's, you know, I've done interviews with Meltdown. He still has not addressed it. Well, here's the thing. Jeremy doesn't have to address it. Like, there's nothing in court. Uh, Now here he did say that he had filed a civil suit. I don't recall if I named just SmartStop or Storage Treasures, and I asked him what county it was filed in. Now I want to show you this. So this is from Storage Treasures, Amanda Holt. So pretty much they're saying that they didn't misrepresent the auction, but here's the thing: Storage Treasures gives him his money back. Uh, where's it at here? I believe I have proof of it. Um, uh, Maybe he gives it to me in here. But yeah, he even says that he gave the money back. And now he's also claiming that Jeremy drove the bid up. And Jeremy was bidding. Proving that Jeremy drove the bidding up is going to be incredibly hard. You have to prove that there's a connection between Jeremy and Storage Treasures. Um, other than Jeremy just being on Storage Treasure's website and doing a members only live and bidding on things. And people were encouraging him to bid. And then at a certain point, when it got over a certain amount of money, people were like, hey, stop bidding, stop bidding. And that's what Jeremy did. Of course, he says, I'm giving you 5% of the information. That's something that he says all the time. And you see that with people, they'll say things like, well, you only know half the story. Okay, well, then tell me the full story. Like, what proof do you have? You're only at 10% of the... Okay, from what I've seen, I said, are you suing him? And he's like, my attorney was only interested in easy money in suing the storage facility, since that was the easier case for her to prove in court. To add Jeremy's name would have involved more money than I have. I have those messages from my attorney as well. And you want me to give you a platform for these allegations, to answer any questions you have. Okay, well, you can answer them right here in this venue, but he's not really willing to do that. He's been on Milltowns. He hasn't answered the question on Milltown. So, to give someone a live platform on my show takes a lot of trust, a lot of trust. And, when someone's showing you stuff like this, they don't always want to show you everything. You know what I mean? And I'm only at 10%. Okay, well, what other information? Like, hard, concrete facts is what people need. So, did he? Oh, I think he deleted the rest of our conversation. I'll have to go through and look. Because I'll show the other conversation if I have them. I believe I do. Yeah, but his attorney is saying to him, look, you can't sue Jeremy Hales. He's saying it would cost him more money. Now, I don't see anything here where, his lawsuit was, had anything to do with Jeremy. There's nothing provable from what I could tell. Now, I'm going to show you this. This is his lawsuit, okay? This is his lawsuit. Hillsborough County. Plaintiff, Justin Jerman, Open Tech Alliance. Open Tech Alliance owns Storage Treasures. So he didn't even sue Smart Stop, the people who actually ripped him off and took the majority of his money. So the case was dismissed, no prosecution. Pretty much he filed it. He claims that he was filing it to get information. And that does happen. That's legitimate. But Storage Treasures is like, yeah, no, we paid you. We paid you the money that, we charge. So there's nothing more. We haven't benefited any more than that. You already have it. Show us more injury that we've done to you to be able to prove this. And you can't. And it was dismissed. It doesn't say, I didn't see in here where it said if it was with prejudice or not. But pretty much they just went through the motions. He's gotten his money from them. Who he's not suing is the Storage Smart or Smart Storage or whatever. He's not suing them. Oh, and here I do want to show you guys. This is the Milltown's Best video. So I'll give him a plug. This is the video if you want to watch his interview right here. You can watch it for yourself. But yeah, that's his interview with Stupid Dave. Here's the other thing. He did a complaint. Yeah, he did a complaint on Storage Treasures. So everything he's doing is focused on Storage Treasures, which, again, I'm okay with. I have no problem with that. You got screwed over. You need stuff. But John purchased a storage unit, contents from a private seller. John felt the unit contents were counterfeit. While Storage Treasures did nothing illegal, immoral, or unethical, we did refund John the fees he paid Storage Treasures. The refund documentation is attached. So he's got his money from Storage Treasures. What he doesn't have is the $9,500 that was taken by the worker, Darnell. And here's the thing, Darnell's passed away. He would have to sue Darnell's either Smart Stop, self-storage, like I'll have to sue them, or sue Darnell's estate, essentially. Let me see. Are these coming up? Okay, so yeah, he deleted the second half of our conversation where he comes back at me because he knew I was doing a story. So yeah, a couple weeks ago, these were already archived, but he came back to me with more stuff. I'll look for those. I'm pretty sure I screenshotted them. I'll just have to look through, which is funny. Again, if you're saying that I only have 10% of the information and this is so concrete, why are you deleting messages, dude? So yeah, see right here, here's oh wait, no, these are it. I'm sorry. No, he didn't delete them. So here they are from, he wants to come on my show. And I'm saying, how is Jeremy involved? He was operating out of that location, working with management there and staging both units. You have proof of this? Yes, I posted it multiple times. There is no proof. The best he has is these storage these containers with block lettering on them. Like this up here, this doesn't prove anything. Like I'll put it back up, but there is nothing in these. Like people have looked at this and dissected it. There's like nothing. It's a completely different unit. Completely different. Like all the things that you see in these are normal things to see. Now, I am going to show you Jeremy's video. Okay? Jeremy has given me permission to show this. I will put the name of it is He Hoarded Guns. I bought the most expensive unit in the country. It's over a year old, but I'm gonna put it on a little bit slower speed, and we'll go through it. I want you guys to. I'm not gonna play the audio. Go watch Jeremy's video. Go watch Stupid Dave's interview. Now he's saying that this is now here. Stop. Now, we'll compare this right here to this one here. Already we see this right here, and it is right here. So the picture is an adequate representation of what is in that unit. You can see the little toy car right here. Boom. The ride-along toy. And this, when Jeremy bid on this, I believe he did a members only live on this. This is why he was bidding on it. Okay. But we're going to play a little bit. And he shows this area. Boom. What do we see right here? Guns. He hoarded guns. You know, it says it right there. He hoarded guns. 1, 2, 3. And there's a fishing pole here. So let's go back to his picture of the unit that John got. So this is picture number 1 that I'm about to put. Oh, you guys saw it. Sorry. Picture number 1. There is a gun here. Okay. See, there's a gun case. This to me appears to be a shotgun. Okay. These are bolt action rifles. Okay. So totally different things that we're seeing in these. I can't make out any more lettering. Now, the other thing he stated was that like these boxes up here prove like that these right here that we can see in this video. So let's back up just a little bit. Let's see if we can see them right here. And there are boxes over there. Right there. I believe there is another way of seeing those boxes. But everything in here is very consistent. You have hunting rifles, guns, you see hunting apparel, it'll appear over here. Those we see the safe, okay. Like everything else, and I've been through this, I've tried to dissect from the few pictures that he showed. So these are different size box than these. Like this top one is open. This one could maybe, sorry, I'm hitting the wrong thing. Could maybe be this top one, but that one's too big. But I don't see it. I'm sorry, dude. I just don't see it. But here, let's watch more of Jeremy's video. And again, go to Jeremy, go to Stupid Dave. You can watch these all for yourself. But he, especially in Stupid Dave's video, he makes a lot of accusations at Jeremy, a lot of them. And you know, Jeremy, like we're seeing more of this storage unit than, I don't know if this box could maybe be that one box. I didn't see it. They didn't show that low earlier. No, it's a super wide box. So that's not that other one. Hold on here. It's not this one. It's definitely not this one. Let's see. I just have screenshots of my whole thing with him. So even here, that one box isn't there. So, I mean, like, there is a fishing pole here, as there is a fishing pole in Jeremy's. Let's go back to Jeremy's. Let's see. It's to the right of these guns. There is a fishing pole, but in his pictures, I can't see enough to, to show that if that is the same fishing pole. So this is quite ridiculous. Like, he has very little stuff. Now, if you buy any of this stuff, if you're in business, you learn cameras are your friend, because first off, mainly insurance. If you get ripped off or something and you have to, take a business loss or make an insurance claim, you want documentation. So here's my take on John Jerman. He's very new and inexperienced at business, and he took way too big of a risk. And business, a lot of business is risk. You got to risk. Big risk means big reward. Little risk, little reward. But I don't see when he's telling people, oh yeah, this is what happened. Oh, there you could see a little bit of the fishing pole. Here, I'll back up there. So he puts this one down, and right there. So a couple guns and a fishing pole. But again, these two are bolt action. Whereas when we saw these two guns, can't see the fishing pole. It's a totally different gun case, and there's only one. He got two. But these, where are you at? This isn't bolt action. and this appears to be a shotgun. And there's golf stuff, but I didn't see any proof of any other hunting stuff in his. And now here's the thing. He says one thing that he says is that Jeremy stages these these units for his videos. I don't know Jeremy. He may. I will accept that as a possibility. But here's the thing. It makes for a good video if he does. If Jeremy does it, I think he'd be pretty smart. It's not illegal. It's not. I mean, you could argue it's unethical. I don't believe it is. You watch any reality show on TV, they're reality. Like those are staged. A lot of that stuff is. Trust me, I'm not that far from Hollywood. I know a lot of people who've been on some of these shows and who've worked on the sets. Yeah, they're staged to a point. Everything you're seeing is real, but they are staged. There's no proof of Jeremy being paid or working in concert with Storage Treasures to run up the price. Storage Treasures has, already refunded his money. If you're going to say Jeremy's doing this stuff, you need to have proof. I'm not seeing anything concrete. There's some things that it's like maybe, but he doesn't have anything. And everything that he's bringing is circumstantial, which I'm not going to give the advertisers any help here. Yeah, and anything that you're going to give, is just. Actually, I know what I want to do. I want to go back to his comments here. There we go. Oh, no. I'd said you can send me anything, and you guys can see. This is what he has sent. I would not say any of this is smoking gun. It's a lot of, it's a lot of hearsay. And then when he knew I was doing the story and I was going to do this, he's operating out of that location with the management. There's no proof of that. I asked him for proof. He says he's posted it multiple times. I said, I'd like to see. First bit of information you need is that Smart Start Self-Storage does not auction their units on Storage Treasures. Okay, got it. But guess what? We have proof that there was an auction on Storage Treasures from SmartStop. I think Daryl, the employee, ripped you off. Let me see, because I think he does say in his transcript. Or Darnell. He says, you are not aware who the creator was on the YouTuber in question, is what he's asked. So you basically are saying you feel the money at some point, either it didn't go to a bank, but you don't know that for a fact it didn't go to a bank, or either this man kept it for himself or it got split up with whoever was in on the scam with the correct. Okay. Or he says correct. Okay. So he is admitting, doesn't know where the money went. He has no proof that it actually went to Storage Smart or Smart Storage or whatever the name of the place is. Once you start going through, you find out, hey, this is not right. What happened to this assistant manager? So I don't remember exactly when it was that we found out. I think it was quite late in the process, but supposedly a week after that picture was taken, he passed away. What a coincidence. Are you saying that Jeremy and Smart Storage and Storage Treasures killed this man? Is that the coincidence? Like, this was And I believe he says later that he died of COVID. Like, really? Is that what you're saying? It was pretty shocking for us. Like, it didn't really make sense, but everywhere we looked, it was posted on his family's Facebooks. The previous employees were told that Darnell means passed away because of COVID 1 week after pretty much 1 week after he auctioned that unit off to us. So, and that's when it really gets strange, is because so the person that I paid passed away. And then a little under 3 months later, a particular YouTuber purchases a storage unit at that same facility. That's the sister unit we're talking about with the white toy truck. Correct. Or that's the sister unit we're talking about with the toy truck. Correct. I mean, there's some weird connections to both of them. I don't see any of this as weird. I see all of this as life happening. You bought a storage unit. It looks like you got scammed by the guy working there. The guy who scammed you passed away. That's it. That's it. Like, you've already been refunded money by storage treasure. So unless if you can prove further damages, which you can prove further damages, but those are, you can't prove those are on account of storage treasures. Those would either be a lawsuit on Smart Storage or Darnell Means estate. Good luck getting your money, dude. But Jeremy Hales, unless if this guy posts something new, and the thing is, I'm pretty sure there's not going to be anything new. This guy's been talking about this for well over a year. His lawsuit got dismissed. Yeah, like he's talking about this. He can't even like. That's why I told him, have your lawyer, talk about this, so that way you are protected. Your lawyer can talk about this, and then you can, even if you can be like, well, my lawyer misspoke if he says something wrong. First, but yeah, I have a link to a video of him bidding me up from his premium videos. I've seen the video. I don't have access to it, but I have seen it. That's not proof. Like, if you could prove a link, that might be proof. But right now, no. Also, if you watch the video that he staged and used for his film to content, look, saying that he staged, Jeremy could actually come after you, dude. Saying that he's that they are under contract, like, Jeremy is not under contract as far as I know, and I have briefly discussed this via email with Jeremy, and he has denied it. Like, look, that there's nothing there, is what Jeremy said. There's nothing there. He promotes the place, seems to advertise people should buy more from that location specifically. I've never seen that. Yeah, it's 2 hours away from Jeremy. Here he goes back to, I've given you 5% of the information. Okay, well, that's why I told him, I said, okay, ran up your bid, then later he staged a video. That right? So what am I missing? He had a relationship with the management of that facility and using to operate of. There's no proof of that. He impersonated Smart Stop Self Storage and defrauded me, then misled his viewers by showing that he paid me more than $7,000 for his unit when really paid nothing. Again, no proof of that. No proof of that whatsoever. He should not be talking to journalists saying these things. He needs to be talking to an attorney and let an attorney talk to the journalist. But his attorney has already told him, yeah, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. That no attorneys are interested in taking this case. Look on, okay. My attorney was only interested in easy money. To add Jeremy's name would have involved more money than I have. To add Jeremy's name would have been a filing fee. So I have not seen, I think the worst filing fee I've ever seen was $350 in a court. Like, you don't have 350, you drop 12K on a storage unit, but you don't have 350. And look, I listened to this guy and I didn't go public with this. And the reason I didn't go public is because he was an Air Force veteran. I was giving him the benefit of the doubt, but this whole thing where I said I was okay, I'm going to go forward with this story was all after he was still posting more and more and more. Again, you're only at 10% of the information. Either post it or do a lawsuit, dude. All the evidence I have shows the auctions were staged. I'm not saying that from what you've provided. He's the only one involved in both. He wasn't involved in yours. You're saying that there was a truck sitting there watching you. Guess what? A black diesel truck. That's what you have. There's no picture. There's no license plate. You said it was tinted. Like here, yeah, in his thing. Hold on. I believe he said tinted. No, he must not have. Okay. Oh, actually, let me look at driver. Because I thought he had said somewhere that the windows were tinted and that's why you can see it. So he didn't say that. So yeah, that's the vice president. That was my attempt to get through the court. I had an attorney. Yeah, and it was dismissed. And nothing really came of it. I believe he had some discovery, but there's nothing in that discovery that I know of that shows anything, and he's not posting it. I was about to. Then my attorney said she was only interested. Yeah. While they are liable, they weren't the ringleader. Again, no proof of this. Just accusations. Just accusations. This dude got scammed, and the dude who scammed him appears as dead, and he just is going to go after Jeremy publicly, like not even in a lawsuit, because he can't prove anything. Like everything is, it's all just, best guess. I'm just like, seriously, dude. I am. I was trying to do something. But yeah, like this dude just has just lots of accusations and no real proof. So I'm saying this as a cautionary tale to people. Yeah, as a cautionary tale. If you're going to go into business, yeah, you're going to take on risk. You're going to take on risk, and you have to try to hedge that risk. That's where leaving a paper trail. That's where taking photos, videos for, insurance and court purposes are always smart. This guy, he spent too much on a unit. I do know he sold some of the stuff. So that's the other thing. Like, you did get what you paid for. At no point has he said no. That that he says that like industrial vacuum or sweeper or whatever it is. He says that I think he said it didn't work and he was only able to sell it for a couple $100. Well, I would say that would be your first mistake. Like, are you first off, you took a risk. Jeremy was willing to take the same risk. And here's the thing, but Jeremy was not looking to resell it. He was looking to use it. And if it was broken, as I believe he said it was broken. I'm not 100%, but I believe he said it was broken. Jeremy probably would have paid the money to have it fixed because he intended on using it, whereas you were intending on making money with it. If it was broken, um, you could have fixed it and sold it for more money. But he also was saying that there was no way to get that much. Mm, I think he was, and I've seen this with other people who resell things. Um, they're not very savvy with their ability to sell things. If you have a special piece of equipment, uh, you can't put it up on Facebook Marketplace. You can't put it up on Craigslist. Um, you're better off going in some cases to uh like places that will absolutely are in that market and will buy those things. Some places will be like, yeah, no, we don't. A lot of businesses are like, we're not in the business of used equipment. There are some like that. They only want things that they'll buy new under warranty, that type of thing. Again, because of insurance purposes, they're fully willing to pay more money so that they don't have to deal with the risk of that thing breaking down. Um, if I were him, I would have went to a couple small businesses and been like, "Hey, I've got this thing. You guys interested in it?" That's how I would have sold it. It's a lot more effort, but your chances of an industrial piece of equipment selling it more there than you will on Facebook Marketplace. Because you got to think with industrial equipment, these businesses like Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist. And I'm not saying that's where he's selling it. I'm saying that's most likely where he's selling it. I can't say for sure. Uh, there's a lot of scammers on those. So a lot of businesses are like, I'll never buy anything. But if you show up and you're like, hey, here's my business, here's my card. Do you want this? They're more apt to do that. Or there are some specialty reselling sites where you can sell that stuff. But yeah, he did get the equipment. He was able to sell it, but not for what he paid. So he got money from storage treasures back. He got money for selling the stuff. So he paid for stuff to resell. He did get stuff to resell. So even him saying that he was scammed, um, yeah, good luck in a court of law. That's probably why his attorney doesn't have him suing Smart Storage or whatever the name of that place is, because uh, because they can make an argument. No, we did an auction for goods. You got the goods. You resold the goods. You just lost money and you're mad about it. That's not our problem. What you agree to sell things. And that's the thing. When you sell things, you're agreeing to it. He didn't have to sell it for those thousand. He could have kept on the property and said, no, I paid $9,000. They're going to take all this property back. Even that he could do in court. Be like, no, it's not worth, good luck good luck, because the court would be like, no, you paid for that. That's what you paid for. You knew you were taking the risk. But I think you'd have a stronger case if he still had that stuff. Being that he sold this stuff, I believe it's a weaker case. So that is how I see this whole case. You guys have seen my DMs with him. You know, these started back in August of 2024. It's January of 2025. I sat on this story because I really didn't want to make a fool of him, but he's still out there making all of these accusations. And yeah, I'm not about that. And after so much of this, it's like, okay, dude, you need to put up or shut up. And yeah, he did a lawsuit, but it got dismissed. And it was only against Storage Treasures. It was not against Jeremy. It was not against Storage Smart or Smart Storage. It wasn't against Darnell's estate. So, you know, you're very close to defaming. So if I were him, if you really believe that, Jeremy, keep shopping around for an attorney to sue Jeremy, I don't think you're going to be successful based on the evidence I've seen. And if you have more evidence, if you're going to talk about this, you should post that evidence. So that is my story of John Jerman, who's out there doing lots of things about, excuse me, lots of stories or lots of posts about Jeremy. Again, in the description of this video, I'll have a link to Stupid Dave's video. I'll have a link to Jeremy's video. You can go watch them for yourself. So, both are getting promotion out of me. So, I don't know what they can, I don't think either of them can complain about this video, but we'll see. But Jeremy told me he was okay with me making this video and using his footage, but still go to Jeremy's video and look at it, look at the evidence for yourself. John has been posting it on several different Facebook groups, but you can message him yourself and ask him. But that's all I have to say about this for now. I'm sure he's going to have some more. So if he comes back at me again, I'm sure we'll show those DMs. And that'll be that. But yeah, this has been today's video. Thank you for joining us. And as usual, thank you for being worth serving.